Right, now, you listen here, Barry. You go in there, you have your war trauma PTSD epiphany, and you come out fixed, okay? Because that's how mental health works in this universe. You have 5 sessions with the magic bell, and you come out neurotypical. And with all your moves unlocked. So get in there, sort yourself out, and then we can all move on with our lives, and you can stop hitting women. At least the women on our team, anyway. Someday, on some forgotten front, I'll spell contrition with my blood. Perhaps pick a synonym that's, you know, shorter. Because that'd take a while, quite a few letters in there.
Chapter 5. In the Trenches.
In the trenches. No, that's something different, isn't it?
He resolved to spend his remaining years seeking atonement in the trenches of bloody battlefields the world over. For him, there could be no respite from the horrors of war, and when at last he was struck down, he would die alone and unremembered. Surely, he deserved no better.
And yet you weren't struck down, were you? Or rather, currently you're not. Command, give the target big old damage and remove blindness. Strategic withdrawal. Move back 1. Ooh, and you put a combo thing on one of the targets. That's not bad, actually. In this game, perhaps more than the first one, I'm noticing the usefulness of movement actions. I repay them wound by wound. So, not really fixed then. That's probably a bit optimistic for anyone in this world, isn't it? He comes out resigned to his fate, shall we say. Which is not really better, but... So what we've got on at the moment... We might... piss and vinegar. It would be useful to... Because the way we've got him set up this time is on Vanguard. You'll notice also he's got some lovely new colours as well. Or lack thereof. It's mostly white and a bit of purple. That's useful because that can move him forward and this could move him back. But Ox... That would require taking something else off. And we've got him set up that the crush and the riposte are better at the moment. So if we were going to lose anything, it might be that. I wanted to give this a better go because it can work quite well sometimes, but it's quite a lot to set up for one move. And it means if he moves back, then he can't move forward again. Ah, bollocks. Wrecked by indecision right at the beginning. Okay, just make a decision. Right, there we go. We'll try it out and maybe change it. Toblerone's got a move that moves her back at least, so... Incidentally, this cold open worked very well because that shrine was right at the start. I could have had to go 8 fights before finding that. But I got lucky there, so... And in fact, there's another one right here. How fortunate. Right. Well, when it wasn't Barry, because Barry died, we were starting to look into your shit, weren't we? Ostracized, I had to prove myself no matter the cost. Yeah, she had a heated debate with her lecturer, and he died of tuberculosis. I don't know if that is a pass or
Chapter
what.
3. Extra credit.
I think it's a criminal charge, but, you know, phrase it however you want.
Semester, her research was at a critical point, and regular supply raids of the university laboratories had become necessary. During one such expedition, she stumbled upon her professor, awkwardly slumped over his podium, a bloody kerchief on the floor. Here, then, was her ideal cadaver, her long-awaited opportunity, and she would not waste it.
Oh, okay, so it was a gameplay flourish before that he died, but then later he did die. And you're going to do some Frankenstein shit on him, are you? Indiscriminate science, that's a new move. Heal someone for 10. Removes all their good buffs, but more healing for the amount of buffs. And they have to be less than 50% health. Quick cooldown on it as well. Could be something. Oh, fuck! A fitting fate, I regret nothing. I always forget that they have a little extra thing there. Let's try that out then. We could take that off. We've got her plagued up to the gills. It's all about blight with her, so she hasn't even got the knife move on. Which does mean if she ever finds herself in the front ranks, she's fucked. But hopefully that won't happen. We've got Galley Spank here as well, who's also big on the blight. So before, when I thought that slightly tinged outfit of hers was green, it was not her default one. I've actually unlocked all of the cosmetics for all the characters now, because I'm big into fashion like that, me. And yeah, so she's got a green one here. Unfortunately, because they've sort of locked down a canon look for all the characters now, the hair doesn't change, and I really liked how the green went with the red hair in the first one. But oh well, she's perma-blonde now. I mean, in the first game, even the skin colour changed with some of the cosmetic changes, so I feel like you could still do that here. They could have a canon look and then you can customise how you want, but yeah. It's a bit of an immersion break, but I would have still gone for it. I like customising.
Brings accurate insight, after all.
More fucking barricades. S995 says, flagellations. Today may be the day. It may indeed. I make no promises. We've sorted out Barry. That's the main thing. That feels like at least making up for the failings of last time. Okay, so that just hits both barricades. It would be very suitable if today were the day, because of course with this run we are now on the Pussy Wagon X, the 10th of its kind, and it'd be good to succeed with the final iteration of it. And if not, then I don't know. Like I say, we have something of a time limit on this. We'll see which comes first, the sort of time limit on playing this game, or actual success. in defeating Lung Dragon. I fear we're not actually going to get to see all the characters' stories, just because there's a lot of a lot of repetition involved in getting to them, really. Which could be a bit rough going stream-wise to watch. You know, if we have a whole region that happens to only have one Shrine of Reflection, or none, potentially, you know, bit of a naff go of it. As much as the sort of, you know, main gameplay loop here is fun, I try to always be aware of things getting too repetitive on stream, even if I do repeat a lot of the same jokes.
Steady yourself.
I think you can steady yourself as much as you like. You get a spear in the face. It's not a whole lot you can do. Right, let's try out this fancy Finani fangle thing.
A steady subtraction, an invariable result.
Actually, it's not going to work, is it? Because corpse in the way. Never mind. Also, put yourself out, or stop yourself bleeding, rather. I noticed as I was setting up, what's she fucking called? I keep going to call her the Orphan. It's the Runaway is her actual title. She's actually described as a front ranker, despite me often using her in third or fourth. She has that one sort of Molotov move if she's at the back, but apparently more designed for the front ranks. So we'll see how that goes. Go on, hit me, I dare you. Come on, burn this fucking thing. We hit the first one a bunch of times and it didn't want to set alight for whatever reason. Actually, we could get rid of that, couldn't we? Nine is pretty good. Does fuck him up afterwards, but... There we go.
Sweet reprieve. Until the next test is put before you.
Oh yeah, got a bunch of new items as well, like the shimmering powder there. That's definitely a new one. I think everyone's got something. Except for you, Barry. You could have some shimmering powder. Speed you up and make you stealthy. Don't know how you apply stealth to a veritable brick shithouse such as Barry, but here we are. Would it be so bad to give in?
Everywhere.
Depends what you're giving into.
Destruction has claimed dominion.
Ooh, I see another shrine. An unavoidable shrine. And we can either have a fight or a fight and then a hospital. I mean, going that way is going to fucking triple us up on loathing. Which I don't particularly like. But then the barricade fights are rather tedious. Also, that gets us staff. And it reduces loathing, so on the whole, we might come out alright. Everyone's, you know, personality defects will have to wait. Also, everyone wanted to go there, so, you know, that helps. Oh, you'll notice we don't have the orphan pup this time.
The loathing whispers.
We have...
Desperate to survive the rising tides, the fisherfolk of the coastal provinces resorted to a debased worship of the sea.
Okay, if he's done with his bit, I was going to say we've got what is called the Crimson Tick, which is a reference to the DLC of the first one. It's horrible, as I say, most of the latter ones are. But it does mean... After some fights you get the blood, which is far less shit than it was in the first game. It actually buffs you in quite a number of good ways. And then the only downside is it adds horror to you. Which is, you know, negligible if you've got a stress healer.
Victory supposes strategy. Press on.
It does suppose strategy, yes. It doesn't guarantee it. You'd think a good dagger could just puncture his shit and rot him up. Rot him up? Sure, why not? Oh, hang on, that'd be stupid, wouldn't it? Because he's stealthed, so unlikely to be hit anyway. Smack a chap. Very good. Creepy fucker. Yeah, so we've got her on a different type set as well, a different class. Might as well be class, they're called paths. So her fire infliction is a little worse, but I think it... I don't know if it's more health, but she starts with like more speed and dodge capabilities, which is useful. Might work better, and you know, not impossible to still inflict the burn. We've very much got a green gang going on here, except for Barry. It was coincidental, really, but it does suit with the big blight that we're going for. So how naff is this without buffing it first? 5. And it debuffs him, so really not worth using unless you set it up. Whoa! And you? Oh no, our turn first. Oh no, that won't cure you of the bleed, will it? But you can heal via this. If you could sort at least somebody out. Yourself, maybe. And you. So I think that's a fucking holdover from the first one. I'm of the mind that things like bleed and blight are going to persist
Easily resolved.
as we walk around the dungeons, but they don't now.
The loathing whispers.
We live to fight another day, maybe less. Less than a day? Oh, we live to fight another hour?
The loathing festers.
Do we want to put that on anyone? Move resist goes down. Yeah, I think considering our concerns about movement, I'll leave that off for a second. Hello again, Big Bell. Right, what did you do with the body? I could not say if it was madness, revenge, or naked ambition. Why is it naked ambition? At least have it be hatted
4.
ambition.
Failing grade.
What did you do? Oh wait, this is interactive, this one. Oh jeez.
Success. Vindication. The human machine restored to action.
Oh Christ, I said Frankenstein as a joke. You actually reanimated him. Oh no. Ugh. Alright, what's the trick here then? Stitch? That heals him. It stresses me out. Is that sort of how we finish it? Are we trying to heal him? Are we trying to restrain him? Stop struggling. Oh god. Actually restrain though. No? Okay, this... Well, it's more interesting than most of your lectures were. You're bleeding! Yes, profusely. More and more, in fact. I don't quite know what I'm meant to do here. Do I need to let him bleed down and then stabilize the patient? Damn it. I don't want to fuck this one up, but I have a what? Hang on, where did that come from? that's different. I'll end your pain. What is the fail state here? When does that come into it? It requires him to be restrained, but we can't restrain him. I'll end your pain. Was that a success?
The
it was.
shrieking and wailing was horrible. But the silence that followed was even worse.
Was that one of those, much like the Man of Arms one, where you have what you're trying to do and then what you can actually do, and the moves are sort of lies? Cause of death. Target oh, okay. Damage variable. Deals 75% of remaining chicanery on them as damage, and then removes it. Okay, so that's very similar to the flagellant's sepsis in a lot of instances. It was genius. I think it was murder, I'll be honest with you. It was necromancy followed by murder. It wasn't good, let me put it that way. We haven't had a chance to use that yet. See, in this way, the same way as flagellant sepsis, I never used it that much with that. Most of the time I'm willing to have the extra time of them ticking down health so I can, well, heal mine and this, that and the other. I do want the mastery points. Let's go for it.
Despair and disorientation steal your mind as we pass through the void.
Although looking at it, that's actually 2 fights, isn't it? Because there's a barricade after. Whoops. Do whoops. Are we lost? No, just stupid. Okay, we just have to absolutely nail this. And batter fuck out of them. Oh, elite enemies, great. Thanks. So they go first. Briny Spray. I knew someone called Briny Spray. Never worked out if it was a nickname or not. Let's put the stealth on someone else. Might work better.
Collaboration confers advantage.
She's generally the stealth one. Again, I'm still a bit disquieted that your shouts seem to be pig squeals, Barry.
Victory supposes strategy. Press
But
on.
we won't look too deeply into it.
Malaise. Measured and steady.
Nice. Unstable incubation. Oh yeah, I forgot about you.
Thickens the air.
Oh, is that it? So it's not fog, it's the boss's just guffs. Not guffs, that's something else. Should be both of you fucked, I think, from this.
A brilliant conclusion.
Near enough. Hang in there, Barry, I guess. Beef yourself up a bit. And 2. Nope, nearly. You're actually getting a bit stressed there, aren't you, Bazza?
One less obstacle in our path.
2. Now, while our blades strike true. Right, because before they were striking false.
The fiend's strength dwindles.
Ah, he's proper fucked.
The past is gone. Let it die. The loathing festers.
Unfortunately, the past is actually not gone. It's recorded and yet to be uploaded. So maybe I can let it die once the upload comes out. You're only as good as your last failed run. Yeah, there's that jaunty tune again.
Lethality writ large. Hold fast, for who
Fucking
knows
hell.
what lurks in the beyond.
Okay, that was a bit of a rough go of it. Wrap this up or we'll leave a trail. I'm trying. You need to get back in the better position, though. And that is the full extent of our movement options. So hopefully nothing worse than that ever happens.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
Not quite knackered, either of you. There we go. 12? Jeez. Overkill.
Steady yourself.
Oh, hang on. Oh yeah, we got that, haven't we? Remove per positive token. So... Oh no, because they have to be less than... For 6? Is that worth it? I don't know if it is, really. Doesn't even look any different. Okay, we tried it out. And we determined that that move isn't... kind of not worth it. Right. It's just you and me now, doggo. Oh. Did not expect that to hit.
Begins.
Will you be so lucky? Nope. Should have used that turn to heal, really.
Messy, but effective.
Thank you. I'll take a backhanded compliment if nothing else.
Abandoned or forgotten, it is ours now.
Look where you're going, maybe. Yeah. Oh, now. One more go on the beachside carousel with all the worst people. How... Oh, you're actually kind of good against burning, aren't you? Tell you what then, let's fuck up the table, since that should be our first target anyway.
Excellent work.
Thanks, Dad. Yeah, that might be the best idea, because I don't... I'm not sure if Crush can hit 3. Third rank, rather. This definitely can. Had a feeling you might do that. Oh yes, it can in fact. Beautiful. Now we just got fucking squid bagpipes and his fish trumpet to worry about.
What is it then that gazes back so intently from the abyss?
Your mum.
slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
And a red-hot poker up the arse. Although we've not got the poker this time, we've got this sort of bat thing. I was a little disappointed on unlocking her final weapon thing, because I showed you the thing that was like a, I don't know, like a fence spike. And then her fourth one is just that, but double-sided. So it's just like almost exactly the same, which was a bit disappointing. I mean, I can't work out if I'm disappointed with some of the cosmetics or not, because it's cool that like the weapons can change. That you didn't have that at all in the first game. But some of the colour changes are restrained, shall we say.
Steady yourself.
There's nothing very...
A deliberate and methodical appliance of harm.
There's nothing incredibly crazy on any of them that I've seen so far. Or at all, because I've seen all of them now. But oh well, it's a nice option to have. I mean, the crux of this game is not the customizing of the characters, it's just... me personally, I like all that.
Malaise. Measured and steady.
Don't know what that says about me, but don't think too hard about it.
The enemy weakens and wanes.
Well, this got... Actually, it's not pointless on you, is it? Because you got the death armor. 8. I don't know if it's just me not being adventurous, but I kind of want to go back to giving him Bulwark and give up on the... Ironically, I want to abandon the Courageous Abandon. It just doesn't seem all that swish. It feels like, admittedly, we've upgraded Crush for him, but it feels like that's doing more in a lot of cases. So maybe that we shall do. And then we don't have to worry about him movement-wise. He can jump back and forth and hither and thither. Oh fuck, I didn't realise that was actually a damage move. I thought that was just... I thought that was purely just a movement-based thing. Oh well, now we can definitely get rid of it.
The loathing whispers.
I like my guys able to do the being hot to trot. Or some shit. And then it brings into question how useful that is. More useful when it's upgraded, but... I'm going to swap that out as well and put Shouty McBellows back on. There we go, see how that goes. Oh yeah, and while we're at it, that didn't seem all that swish. I'll put that on for a bit, see if an opportunity arises to use it. Hurrah, we survived the beach. God, sometimes the steering on this fucking thing is like a supermarket trolley. Oh, and we got some free whiskey somehow. Presumably that's just for the inn, just gave us that for free.
There are yet places such as this, where a little light still gathers.
The Station House. That's a good pub name. Provided it's by a station, I mean. The NHS gained Tangle Scrounger. Toblerone gained Cosmic Fearing. And Barry's got a flawed release. I didn't need to know that, Barry. Now one of these is deathly afraid of the mould. Yes, Toblerone don't like mould. But luckily...
Spend what you can, for wealth no longer has meaning. If indeed it ever did.
We've got some new food items. Not just stale bread, but apples and cheese. Can you believe it? Quite expensive though. Let's have a look here. A few new ones of these as well. Not... shrine map. Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely get that. How are we doing for triangles? We got a discount on all our triangles. I've never seen that work. I haven't perhaps had it on for long enough. Increases the stacking for traps. But more candles be good too.
Anything that lets us travel further is worth the cost.
Let's actually repair first. That would make more sense.
The plating is patched. The coach stands ready once more.
I've got most of these now. You can see we've gone for a kind of overgrown look this time. There's also submerged, which might have been good during the last stage. It's all sort of bebarnacled. We could go with that one for a bit, considering we can change it each time. So can we also afford... We can't afford our flapjacks, which is a shame. Or that. No, we're... Save the triangles. You've only got the one apples and cheese, so everyone else will have to have bread. Oh, someone's going to have the mould. Okay. Too bad, everyone. Oh yeah, mop and bucket. That was somewhat useful. Hang on, where are we going?
Everywhere in ruin.
We're not going everywhere.
Everywhere in need.
Probably the feta, just because there's more candles in it. It does want us to fight the boss again, though. Perhaps we're getting good at killing that fucking babu monstrosity.
Leagues away. Plan accordingly.
Trying. Those are probably a good shout. Bandages. Sure, we'll get the mop and bucket. Right, who's the lucky person for apples and cheese? Do we want to tank up Barry more? I suppose that makes sense, but he's already quite tanky. Toblerone with apples and cheese. The new flavour, and I didn't even have to steal it. That's one way to look at it. In fact, let's equalise this a bit. Because Barry's already got the most health, so... And he apparently is kind of fine with mould. And who do we want to give this to? The NHS won't use a mop and bucket. That explains perhaps quite a few of the current problems. A general with a mop inspires forthright effort. Yeah, that's a positive way to look at it. I wonder if giving him that as well, possibly. And then he's just down to what he was, health-wise, but faster. A faster Barry is always a good thing. And we could give him that now as well, because it doesn't matter if he's moved about. Because he's got his best boots on. Smashing. Whiskey for You two. Fuck it, why not? If I can hold my nose, I can daydream a finer vintage. Isn't this a disinfectant? Maybe. I don't know. They gave it to us for free. Are you old enough to drink, Toblerone? Oh well, doesn't matter. Usually prefer to keep a clear head. Well, too bad. We're going into this one pissed.
Experience, however painful, is the greatest teacher of all.
Nice. 7 points. And what is the upgraded version of that? Back 1, plus a speed boost, plus self-heal. And if you're on death's door, you get defense. Fuck me, that's a hell of an upgrade. Absolutely. Why the hell not? Okay, I could easily waste a bunch on him, so I don't know. See, that's good as well. Although... Ah, okay, I can still daze them without it being upgraded. And let's look at your stuff. That's a good move because you can use it pretty much... Well, you can use it anywhere and on anyone. Well, let's definitely upgrade that. Yeah, fuck it. We'll upgrade that too. We've got you upgraded on that. That is also pretty good. We're not using the others quite so much. Oh, and of course you've got nothing upgraded. We're using that a lot, so that makes sense. 20 to 25. I said it last time, it never feels like very much, but... Depends what we've got in terms of healing, I suppose. Don't need healing if they never hit you. Really? What made me say that? Self-sabotage is probably what made me say that. Then again, we are getting a lot of moves that can stun and daze and bugger people up. If her ransack brings them forward and then his rampart knocks them back, we'll treat him like a fucking boxing thing. A punching bag, Steve. Yeah, that... Yeah. Perfect strategy. Definitely gonna work. All roads lead to good.